People have feelings. Sometimes feelings are negative, sometimes feelings are positive. Can words express our feelings? Hi there, this is a 5-Minute English with Bay. Welcome to episode 2. This week we picked the keyword feelings. So we're going to talk about how I feel. Before we start, let's figure out the sentence structure first. It's very simple. It starts with I because I want to talk about how I feel, and then followed by a verb, feel. This is a very subtle action, a subtle verb. So that's why we need this word here in our sentence because it's a verb. But because it's a subtle, then we can use that with adjectives. And the adjectives are the words we're going to talk about to describe our feelings. So the sentence structure is I feel plus an adjective. So we're going to make a list first. We have to figure out what kind of words we can use to describe our feelings. So list first. The first word to pop up in my mind is happy. It is a very simple word, but it is a very good word. When you get what you want, when something good happened to you, you feel happy. You can say, I feel happy. But you may wonder, are there any other words better than happy? Of course, there are some words you can use to describe the strong happiness you have. Awesome, amazing, wonderful. When you have the happiness, you just can't use happy to describe it. You can say, I feel awesome, I feel wonderful, I feel amazing. And those three words are very strong in a positive way. And think about Christmas is gonna come and you're gonna get gifts. How do you feel? Excited. Can't wait. I feel excited. Think about this. When I come home and I see my dog Bob, I see my husband, and I decide to relax with them. So at this moment, I feel comfortable. There's no stress, no worry, no tension. All you can feel is the warmth, the happiness, and you feel comfortable. And of course, you can feel satisfied. Think about the first bite of ice cream, the first bite of chocolate cake, a first bite of the donut. How do you feel? When your teeth touch the cake, you feel, oh my God, I just feel so satisfied. And that's how you can use those words to describe your feelings. And of course, we have good feelings, then we must have some bad feelings too. Bad, negative feelings. And again, we're going to make a list as well. Let's have a look at words we can use to describe our bad feelings. And the first word is very simple and strong, bad. When something bad happened to me, I of course feel bad. But you may want something stronger than that to say, well, I'm not only feeling bad, it's really, really bad. Are there other words to help you say that? Yes, you bet. We can think about words like awful, terrible. Awful and terrible are pretty strong. When you have the uncomfortable and unhappy feelings that you can't just use bad to say that, think about awful. I feel awful. And also think about if somebody hurts you, you feel ow-ful, right? That feeling is ow-ful, awful. Next time when someone asks you and you really have a bad feeling, and you can say, I feel awful. And of course you can say, I feel terrible. While you're not only having bad feelings or awful or terrible feelings, sometimes you can feel upset. So upset is a little bit complicated. It's not only about being unhappy. There are many things going on. You're not happy and you're very disappointed and you are worried. You may have a little bit anger there as well. So this is a really good word to describe a negative feeling. I feel upset. And of course, at this moment, you're not only feeling upset, you are angry, mad. I feel angry. I feel mad. Right? That's when you go crazy. You say, I can't believe this. How can you do that to me? I feel super angry. I feel super mad. That's how you can use those words to describe your positive feelings and negative feelings. And you may notice that when I talk about those feelings, when I talk about those sentences, I always say when, right? Because I want to tell you when you want to practice speaking, you can't just practice the sentences. You have to think about when to use it. That's an important part of speaking. We need to know when to use the sentences to express our feelings properly. When people ask you, they really care about you, they ask, how do you feel? When good things happen, of course, you're going to say, I feel happy. I feel awesome. I feel amazing. I feel excited. And when bad things happen, how do you feel? I feel bad. I feel awful. I feel upset. And that's how you answer those questions. But let's get more detailed. So, positive feelings, you can tell them your feelings at this moment if you're happy. And think about all the words that you just listed and use all those words to tell them how happy you are. You can say, I feel so happy now. I feel awesome. But don't forget one thing, intonation. You want to say, I feel so happy. I feel so awesome. But imagine if you say, I feel very happy. Do you think people will believe you that you are actually happy? I don't think so. So then let's talk about negative feelings, okay? So when we talk about negative feelings, I want to give you a scenario. Think about you just won $60 million lottery ticket. Okay, $60 million. And then you can't find your ticket. How do you feel? Imagine that situation happened to you. How do you feel? I would scream. I feel so upset. I feel so mad. I feel so terrible, so awful. Why? Because I just lost $6 million. So that is the situation you can really describe your negative feelings. But of course, there are a lot of bad things happen in our life and that you can use those words to describe your negative feelings. But this is just one of those examples. But again, here I want to mention intonation, right? Intonation is very important. And when you want to say that you're upset and you're unhappy and you're sad, you feel bad, you gotta have a little bit intonation there, right? So you gotta say, I really feel bad. I feel awful. I feel terrible. But imagine if you have a flat face with a flat intonation, you say, I feel bad. Okay, people will think, are you really feeling bad? Or you can say that, I feel bad. I don't think you feel bad. You sound very happy. When you speak, intonation is very important. Think about intonation. But one thing I really want to mention here is because we're talking about feelings here, we can get very emotional. So when you have good feelings, that's good. That's good to share your good feelings with someone and let them share your happiness as well. But when you have bad feelings, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with what you say. And you gotta be careful. Don't dwell on those feelings. Let go of them and look for happiness. After we have our lists of good feelings and bad feelings, after our sentence structure, what you need to do is you need to write down your feelings and try to speak out on your feelings. And then think, what other feelings do I have? Go to search for feelings, go to search for adjectives, go to search for words that could help you speak. But today we're not only talking about speaking. I also want to mention writing. Think about what you can do with the writing when it comes to feelings. I normally write journal, or when I feel bad, I don't want to vent my anger out on someone else. So I write journal, I write down all my bad feelings, and that's a part of writing practice. And you are not only writing down your feelings, and you are going to figure out why you feel this way. Why do you feel happy today? And why do you feel sad today? Write down your feelings and talk to yourself. Oh, I feel happy because of those things. So when next time those kind of things happen, I have to remind myself I'm a happy person. When bad things happen to you and you have super bad feelings, write them down and write a list of bad things and talk to yourself. Bad things are temporary. I should not dwell on bad things. I should move on and look forward to the bright side. That's a lot of things you can do to help you practice your English, speaking, writing. It is always good to have feelings, good or bad, happy or sad, right? Feelings make our life vivid. It's also good to talk about your feelings so that people would know how you feel. But you have to be careful, and you have to always remember when you express your feelings, use your words wisely. Words have power, they can hurt people, so you gotta be careful. Thanks for listening to this podcast. See you in the next episode. If there's anything you want to know about English language learning and you want me to discuss in the future episodes, let me know on my YouTube channel or leave a voice message on anchor.fm. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcast. And please leave a review on Apple Podcast with a 5-star rating so more people can know about this show and get those learning tricks and tips.